What's up guys, David here, and for the most part, we haven't heard all that much about HTC's upcoming flagship. In fact, we don't even know what it's going to be called. Logic tells us it'll be called the M10, but some leaks suggest otherwise and that HTC has codenamed the device Perfume internally. But the name doesn't matter. What matters is what this phone will be and whether or not it has a chance against the likes of the Galaxy S7 and LG G5. So in this episode of What We Think We Know, we're going to cover the few but most interesting rumors and leaks online that give us at least some idea of what HTC has been cooking up. So as far as the design goes, the M10 won't look like the M9, which looked like the M8, which looked like the M7. And instead, it'll look more like the HTC A9, which looked like the iPhone 6, which looked like the M8, which looked like the M7. The Snapdragon 820 is pretty much a lock as the processor HTC is going to go with, along with 4GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage, expandable via a microSD slot. It looks like HTC will finally be upgrading the screen resolution to a Quad HD AMOLED display, which is currently being pegged at somewhere around 5.2 inches diagonally. Some leaks show the device featuring a home button which will double as a fingerprint scanner, and if this turns out to be true, hopefully the M10 will come with capacitive buttons in addition to the physical button, since having a physical button for one thing and on-screen buttons for another is just clunky. Now, I've got some bad news for you BoomSound lovers out there, as HTC will likely ditch those dual front-facing speakers in favor of a thinner and more symmetrical design. HTC will try to make up for it though with enhanced BoomSound headphones that'll come with the phone, but being a big fan of those speakers, not having them is a bit of a letdown. HTC has had some trouble figuring out their camera situation with their last few phones, but that doesn't mean they're not trying to get it right, and some rumors suggest that the M10 will feature a 12-megapixel Sony sensor with laser autofocus. This new sensor should strike a better balance between low light performance and image sharpness compared to HTC's previous models, which were either good at one thing or the other. The M10 will also likely feature a water-resistant design, which shouldn't come as too much of a surprise since water resistance seems to be the trend with pretty much every flagship smartphone coming out in 2016. And finally, rumor has it that the M10 will be announced sometime in March with a release date early in May. Like I said earlier, not a lot has been leaked about the M10 so far, but the good news is it shouldn't be too long before we know everything officially anyways. And you can be sure that once we do, we'll be doing extensive coverage on the M10 here on the channel, so enable those channel notifications through YouTube so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Anyways, that is it for me in this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the very next episode.